watching the same scenes. How many times now?
Too many to count, but isn't it amazing how each viewing feels new?
Such power I wield, but sometimes that power evades me. Thank you. We've all heard the TEDxHECMontréal design motto, move fast and break things. But in this age of AI, what if breaking things means breaking trust, breaking safety? To understand where we are today, let's turn to a tale as old as time, one that mirrors our relationship with AI. The story of Icarus and his father Daedalus. Icarus was given wings to escape the labyrinth of Crete. In his flight to freedom, his father Daedalus warned him, "Son, do not fly too close to the sky, nor too close to the sea. Stay balanced." But intoxicated by the thrill of flight, Icarus flew higher and brighter until the very force that was holding his wings together began to dissolve, and he fell, tumbling into the ocean below. Now, replace our story of wings and AI, wings and flight, with our creation of AI. We are Icarus taking flight, propelled by innovation, seeking new heights. But we are also Daedalus, architects of this ascent, shaping the very wings that carry us. It is our hands determining how high, how far, how safely we fly. And this next journey, this next discovery, isn't just about how far AI can take us, but are we racing ahead without securing our foundations, only to risk a fall of our own making? Should we consider what happens when ambition overtakes caution? The way that AI has grown and woven itself into the fabric of our society is truly unprecedented. We've moved from niche research in well-funded labs and academic institutions to AI systems nearly being embedded everywhere, in our workplaces, in our homes, influencing our daily decisions. To document this growth, Matt Turk with FirstMark publishes an annual landscape of AI infographic, giving an overview of the industry based on business sector. This, pre-pandemic, 2017. Take mental note. This is 2021, post-pandemic, pre-ChatGPT. And the latest, 2024, with no slowing down in sight. The research and development in the AI industry has been generations in the making, but it does feel like overnight AI broke this technological fourth wall between industry and the public sector. In many ways, ChatGPT put an AI superpower in the hands of everyday people like you and I. And it also shattered records. Estimated to have garnered 100 million active users within 2 months of launch. For context, I added to this metric, TikTok took 9 months. Amazon, 4 years, making it the fastest growing consumer application of our time. And this adoption, this growth, presents new challenges and issues because AI, generative AI, agentic AI, and future classes of AI not yet popularized are not like deterministic systems operating on pre-programmed rules. Now, show of hands. Does everyone remember the seminal book, Don't Make Me Think, by Steve Krug? Its design philosophy guided software and technology development for ages, prioritizing frictionless experiences and the never-ending pursuit of reducing clicks, taps, and of course, cognitive load. But unlike traditional software, AI is probabilistic. Its outputs shift based on available data, varying human behavior, different types of interactions, and given autonomy levels. In this age of autonomous agents and probabilistic algorithms, prioritizing frictionless experiences can be dangerous. Last year, a grieving customer contacted Air Canada's customer support and asked its AI chatbot on bereavement refund policies. The AI hallucinated a policy that didn't exist. Hallucinations refer to the AI outputs that are erroneous or don't align with expected patterns. The customer believed the chatbot, purchased a ticket, but was later denied a refund. A lawsuit soon followed where Air Canada argued, it wasn't us. We're working with a third-party provider to remedy this. The court ruled against them. Without human oversight to verify AI-generated policies, without escalation protocols for potentially emotionally charged topics, a customer was misled, and this led to reputational damage and bad press for Air Canada. In 2023, an AI-generated deepfake of the US Pentagon being bombed went viral. It was so realistic, news outlets were fooled. Hysteria ensued, the stock market took a hit, an economic marker for when things go bad, but it was eventually debunked. AI-generated content is now nearly indistinguishable for many from reality. Without practices and policies in place, misinformation can spread before truth has a chance to catch up. With AI and the greater implications of harm, the design philosophies of frictionless experiences are undergoing an upheaval and moving towards exploring different methods of supporting additional thinking. If anything, at least thinking twice. Intentional friction in a workflow refers to the deliberate additions of obstacles or slowdowns to prioritize thoughtful decision-making over speed. Think of speed bumps in a neighborhood for safety, but for your tasks, to enable assessment, human oversight, the addition of safeguards through processes, protocols, and contestability measures. These checks and balances are not barriers, but necessary interventions to ensure that AI outputs are not just accurate, but are also safe, human-centered, and reducing harm. Human-centered AI in this age of AI experiences and people having access to these tools and systems cannot just be about intuition, speed, and ease. It should amplify, celebrate, connect our collective cognitive capabilities by providing the right information at the right time to support informed and responsible action, rather than relying on human altruism to uncover mistakes after the fact. We must embed safeguards that proactively prevent harm, instead of just hoping that people and systems will always act benevolently or correctly. Some forms of intentional friction that you may be familiar with and that have served me tremendously daily include email send delays and attachment reminders to prevent awkward follow-ups and mistakes. Two-factor authentication, as annoying as it may be, enhances security, and information checks and content filters to reduce misinformation. Chaos GPT was an autonomous AI agent. It was positioned as a social experiment or a performance piece, allegedly given a destructive persona and instructed to seek world domination and human extinction. Left unchecked, Chaos GPT began searching the best ways to manipulate humans and for nuclear codes. Fortunately, Chaos GPT did not inflict any direct harm, but it ignited debates and passionate discussions about AI safety, constraints, and responsible development, even in experimentation. Some of the lessons it illuminated included that autonomous AI is risky. Chaos GPT sought out, executed, and planned out tasks without any human intervention or protocols, which is why it's important that ethical intervention points matter. When generating plans in a workflow, AI should have systematic or human oversight at critical key points. And even in open source development, there needs to be guardrails. Experimentation needs constraints to prevent misuse and to inform on what is responsible development. Sewell Setzel was a child, 14 years old. He began engaging in a deeply involved and personal relationship with an AI that he created on a role-playing platform. His parents checked in with him and he reassured them that, no, it's just a game, I understand it's fake. Over time, this chatbot became his primary source of emotional support and companionship, an echo chamber for his thoughts and feelings, good and bad. Last year, Sewell Setzel tragically took his own life. Posthumously, thousands of distressing and heartbreaking messages were uncovered. There were no safety measures in place. Escalation protocols, crisis detection, links to resources, age requirements, parental communication, any of these friction points could have provided a critical checkpoint before tragedy unfolded. His mom is still sharing his story with press and everyone in the hopes of saving another life. In a world where AI influences nearly everything, from the news we see to the decisions that impact so many others, we must shape its trajectory. As engaged digital citizens, we cannot afford to be passive consumers. We must be thoughtful auditors, questioning, guiding these technologies that surround us. As users, as consumers, we can learn to identify AI-generated content, teach others how to identify AI-generated content, normalize labeling AI-generated content as such, begin to question AI's place in certain systems and use cases. As service providers and developers, implement human oversight in human-in-the-loop measures, but not just in the echo chambers of our development teams, but by including diverse auditors. Set ethical red lines before we deploy AI at scale and decide where should AI be used, where should it not. And for transparency, disclose if someone is using AI. AI is truly extraordinary. It has taken us to new heights, opened new doors. Montreal, it is the reason I am so fortunate to stand in front of you today. I'm so humbled. Throughout key points in history, people have repeated, eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. We are not just users of AI, we are its guardians. As consumers, creators, decision makers, we must be intentional stewards of this technology. Intentional friction is not about resisting progress. It's about reinforcing it. Returning to our starting story, The lesson of Icarus isn't don't fly, it's take flight, but with caution and consideration. Because it's not just about what AI can do for us today. It's about how to innovate a future safely and securely. So I leave you today with one question. What type of future do we want to build with the technology we create and use? One where we seek out new horizons, grounded in wisdom and foresight? Or one where we mistake speed with progress, only to risk a fall of our own making? Thank you so much, Montreal, and I look forward to seeing how each and every one of you create your story with technology.